In the last 2 years, 4 bulk carriers have been lost at sea while carrying metal ores, resulting in the deaths of 66 seafarers. The loss of these ships and crew is believed to have been at least partly due to the liquefaction of the cargo. Liquefaction can occur when a ship's cargo has an excessively high moisture content. All of the ships lost had loaded nickel ore in Indonesia. It is known that at least 2 other vessels have had serious incidents, where the ship developed an angle of lull and had to be escorted to the discharge port or beached. There may well be other incidents that have not been reported. Rob Lomas is the Secretary General of Intercargo, the Dry Bulk Ship Owners Association based in London.
What we want to get out of the industry is 0 accidents. If we can actually get to a situation where people are aware through the shipper's side of things that the export of these cargoes is possible, that ship owners themselves would like to carry them, we can then get to a situation where some innovative thinking is put into the processes, where the competent authority perhaps steps up its campaign to ensure safety. There have been discussions about innovative vessel designs to carry cargoes which are subject to liquefaction. I think we can raise awareness, as I say, with those sections of the industry which perhaps aren't too familiar with the contemporary ways of working in safety.
Protection and indemnity clubs have called for tighter control over the shipping of cargoes liable to liquefaction. The Standard Club recently issued a warning to members that countries such as Indonesia, India, the Philippines and China continue to ship cargoes that are precarious. The report also notes that owners and masters have been subject to intense pressure to take on such cargoes. In some cases, the description of the cargoes has been falsified, along with the results of moisture content tests, while independent surveyors attempting to monitor loading have been physically threatened.
This is very regrettable to the industry, which is heavily dependent on shippers for accurate documentation. And we really mustn't forget that it's a legal requirement to provide accurate documentation. So where, in some cases, we haven't actually been even told exactly what the cargo is, to give it its correct title, the bulk cargo shipping name, shippers seem to be able to get cargoes on board ships, which masters may, under normal circumstances, in an informed choice setup, refuse them. We need that accuracy of documentation, and we need to make sure that both the shippers and the competent authorities in these countries of export know their legal requirements and are prepared to act responsibly.
Intercargo is now working with the International Maritime Organization, also based in London, to strengthen the International Maritime Solid Bulk Cargoes Code on loading procedures, to require accurate documentation and the freedom to undertake due diligence on the safety procedures of the shipper before accepting the cargo. Meanwhile, Intercargo has released a leaflet guide to the safe loading of nickel ore, which is also available online.
What we can do, I think, is to ensure that we work very firmly through the IMO, we work with the exporting countries, we work on a political level to try and do something about the safety angle. This trade is enormous, it's growing. There is an awful lot of quantity of nickel ore in particular, which is shipped to China as part of the steel making process. And I think all parties would like to act responsibly to ensure that safety is improved in this trade.
In 2011, China imported about 45 million tons of nickel ore, mainly destined for steel production, and predictions are that volumes will grow rapidly in the future.
I think it's a question of all parties in the chain, be it P&I, underwriters, governments, competent authorities, to come together to really think about these issues and to remember that vessel safety is too high a price to pay for lackadaisical attitudes when shipping cargoes.